I have spent weeks thrifting, planning, and prepping, but there was one thing standing between me and the entryway of my dreams: this floor. Today is the fourth and final part of the entryway revival. We are finally tackling this dingy grout with the Flipper's secret weapon to give these floors a total facelift. And once the floors are bright, we are bringing in the thrift find that you saw me rescue in part 1. We're gonna see if it actually pulls this entire space together. Okay, here we go. It's messy, it's satisfying, and honestly, it's the most dramatic transformation yet. Welcome back to the Flipper's Guide, where we turn thrift finds into timeless designs. If you love budget DIY, then you are my people. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get started.
Tight budgets, timeless designs, that's how you make it shine. The Flipper's Guide, make it last.
You know when your house is technically clean, but something is still making it feel dirty? That was these floors for me. It really didn't matter what I did. I genuinely thought these floors were ruined, and I had so many people comment that they looked like they came from the 80s. I tried professional grout cleaners, steamers, all of the typical recommended methods, and nothing worked. So I finally tried one thing I probably shouldn't do, but I heard it was a hack. Honestly, it changed everything. At this point, I was desperate enough to try the thing people swear by online: Clorox toilet bowl cleaner, which honestly feels really strange and maybe illegal to use on your floors, but I added it in the grout lines and it went in perfectly. We are going to scrub. I tried using like a fingernail cleaning brush, not aggressive enough. So this is just a wire little brush and we're gonna go in there with that. Get this grime off. I grabbed a wire brush. Gosh, look at that. It turned brown. The dirt. Brushed it in to let it start soaking into the grout. And when I did this, it was disgusting. You can see the dirt coming up as I'm brushing it in. This was the first time I actually saw the original grout color underneath. The best technique I found was to put the bleach down, let it sit for an hour, scrub it, let it sit a little bit longer, and then scrub one more time. I will tell you, be really careful when walking on this bleach because you do not want to get it on your carpet. I put a newspaper in my living room so that I could clean my feet off and make sure that I cleaned the bleach off and left my shoes there. I'm going to give you 2 quick reminders here. Number 1, this is not the only hack I have coming. There's one more that is even better than this one. I know, you won't believe it. You will want to stick around for it. Number 2, if you're enjoying this Thrift Home Revival series as much as I am, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. I am taking you along for the ride for every single room makeover, and I would love to have you here for this whole journey. After all of my scrubbing, it was time to mop up the bleach and see what it looked like underneath. I grabbed my O-Cedar mop and I was just blown away by how disgusting the water was afterwards, which that means it got really clean, but look at this. And just because I absolutely love this mop and because I wanted a little bit extra brought up from the floor, I grabbed my Shark Steam mop and did 1 round of mopping with that. My grout is definitely cleaner, but I still feel like I want it brighter. So I am heading to Lowe's looking for literally anything that can save this floor. We are heading in. Oh, you're way up there. We are at Lowe's to get something to try to fix the grout. Do you even know what it is?
I don't even know why we're here. I'm here to look at the fun stuff like the tools and the barbecue grills.
I wrangled him away from the barbecue area because at this point, I am determined to either fix these floors or completely lose my mind trying. I knew I didn't want bright white grout because it would feel too harsh in this house. So when I found this warm biscuit color, I thought it might soften everything while still making the floors look so much cleaner. And honestly, I have no idea if this was going to work because my floors are so old and the grout is so uneven, but my husband grabbed all of them that were there and we're just going to jump in. They also have a cleaner, so we may try this on the rest of our floors at the house. Hey, it never hurts to try. I also quickly got distracted by these light globes, and I will tell you, here's a little sneak peek. My next room I'll be making over is our guest bathroom at our house, and I'm so excited. I may have gotten distracted by other things too, but let's get back to the grout refresh. So I brought this grout refresher home, crossed my fingers, and started testing it. This was the part whether I was either going to fix the floors or make them look significantly worse. I was just hoping for the best. So let's talk about what a grout refresher is. If you've never used one before, it is basically part colorant and part sealer. So it is going to change the look of the grout, but make it to where we don't have to replace the grout. What's tricky about my grout is that it is actually a little uneven because the tile is very rough and it is textured. So most people, their grout is a very even line, but mine was not. So I had to make my line a little bit thicker, and that will make it a little bit more difficult when cleaning it up. But I'm going to tell you, the cleanup for this was actually so much better than I ever expected. This is literally one of the most satisfying DIYs I've ever done. I mean, look at the difference between that before on the left and what it's going to look like on the right. Oh my goodness. This is one of those projects where the difference looked really small at first, but then all of a sudden, the whole room is starting to feel different. I honestly couldn't believe how much warmer this is making the floors feel. We then got to work cleaning it off. It's recommended to let it dry for about 15 minutes to 20 minutes with our type of tile. So we let it dry and then lightly sprayed it with water and used a towel to rub off the excess. Now, I figured out a tip that I thought actually worked a little bit better. I started with the towel, but then moved on to a sponge. And the abrasiveness of the sponge was perfect to where it didn't take the coating off of the grout, but it did help it come off the tile much, much easier. I will also recommend using it lightly and not putting a thick coat on, because there were areas that needed to be trimmed down just because it was a little bit thicker. So I used my paint scraper, and that actually worked really well as well. Once everything was cleaned up, it was time to put Humpty Dumpty back together again, but I have to do one more thing. All right, let's get decorating. Although our floor is looking really good, I want to make the walls look good. I want to make the rest of the entryway finished. So I found this broken key holder, and it was only $2.99. Yeah, you're never going to find that again. But I guess it was because it was broken. So I have a plan for it, and let's try to make it over, and let's do something different. I grabbed some glue dots from the Dollar Tree and placed them in the open area, and then grabbed some leftover wallpaper. This is really going to just give a custom high-end feel for this key holder. And this is a trick. If you have not ever used this trick before, get some painter's tape, put it on the back, and measure the distance between your holes. It will allow you to put things on the wall so much faster. How cool is this? All right, let's finish decorating. If you can't see it in the video, this handle is making an indentation in my wall and going to mess up my wallpaper. So I grabbed this vintage duck at a thrift store and it worked perfect. I think that's the cutest doorstop I've ever seen. Can't beat this $5 mirror. And then I grabbed my favorite wreath. It is made from chicken feathers that came from chickens that were in my yard. But can you guess what kind of bird this red and blue feather came from? It's actually a parrot that lives down the road from us. And last but not least, the thrift that started it all, the lamp. Let's look at the before, and I'm so excited for you to see this after. This makeover has come so far. I'm so excited for this Thrift Home Revival series, and the Entryway Makeover is complete. From gross to gorgeous on a serious budget. If you found these hacks helpful, hit that subscribe button. Let's keep turning those tight budgets into timeless designs together. And as always, thank you so much for being here with the Flipper's Guide.
Tight budgets, timeless designs, that's how you make it shine. The Flipper's Guide, make it last.